Hey everyone, it's Maria. So we're officially in spring, and this year we're seeing something very different in the real estate market. Too much inventory. For the first time in a very long time, we're not dealing with the usual spring rush where buyers are scrambling to snatch up whatever house hits the market. Instead, we have a situation where there are more homes available than usual, and buyers haven't quite caught up yet. This shift is changing how buyers and sellers need to approach the market. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Maria Ho, and I run a real estate team here in Mississauga and the GTA. If you learn anything new in this video, all I ask, make sure to give us a like. You can subscribe to our channel. You can also put a call with myself or my team. My number is just below. Today, we're going to break down exactly what's happening, why it matters, and what you need to do to stay ahead and be prepared. Let's start with what happened earlier this year. Normally in February, March, we see a pretty predictable pattern, low inventory, lots of buyers, and homes are selling quickly. But this year, things didn't play out that way. In January and February, we actually saw a surge in new listings. Sellers were putting their homes on the market, but the buyers just weren't there in the same numbers. Now, the weather played a role. If you were here like me, super cold, lots of snowstorms, and that kept a lot of people from house hunting. And of course, economic uncertainty and interest rates. That also made some buyers hesitant to jump in. So what happens when you have a lot of new listings but not enough buyers? Those listings sit. And so when March rolls around, even more homes hit the market. That means all those February listings that didn't sell are now added to the March inventory, creating an even bigger supply of homes for sale. Now, the good news is that as we got into March, we started to see more buyers enter the market, and interest rates also dipped again in March. The weather improved, and then people who had been waiting on the sidelines started to look again. But even with that, there's still a gap. Now let's talk about what this means for sellers. Because if you're selling your home right now, you have to be very strategic. In a market where there's a lot of competition of other listings, pricing your home is now very critical to price it right. Overpricing is going to mean that your house is going to sit there, and sellers who price it too high, hoping for a lucky buyer, it's not going to work. Buyers are so savvy right now. They're watching the market closely. They can see the sold prices. They can see how many times a house has been relisted. And if your price is too high, your home is just going to sit. And you're going to not have a lot of showings at all. And we are seeing that a lot. Houses for 90 days or even longer. And the longer the house sits, the less appealing it's going to be. So beyond pricing, you also have to look at, are you pricing it at market value and hoping for a strong offer, or are you pricing it a little bit lower and trying to generate like a bidding war? Every neighborhood is different, and what works in one area might not work in another. And this is why working with a local expert is so important who understands the local market. It's super important. So now, if you're a buyer, this is an exciting time for you. There's more inventory, it means more choices. It means that you're not forced to make super rush decisions or even get into a bidding war if you don't want to. This is kind of the type of balanced market that we have been dreaming about for so many years. It also means that you have more negotiating power. So when sellers know that there's a lot of competition out there, they're more likely to consider offers that might have been maybe dismissed in a hotter market. So they're more willing to negotiate, right? And now as a buyer, you can also add all of your standard conditions, home inspection, finance, or even a longer closing date that suits your schedule. So we're seeing this pretty much standard across the board. So it is a window of opportunity, I would say, for buyers. It might not last forever. We don't know. Now that we're moving into the spring and summer market, we are going to expect more buyers to enter, right? Warmer weather, there's tax refunds, and maybe hopefully a general sense of confidence in the market that will tend to bring people back into house hunting mode. So while inventory is high right now, that could start to change in the next few months. And that leads us to what we might see, what are we going to see going forward? So if more buyers enter the market, we could see things start to balance out. Prices might stabilize. And some of the homes that have been sitting on the market for a few weeks, they might finally start to sell. And at the same time, we also know that more homes tend to hit the market in the spring, so like April, May timeframe. So the real question is, will the demand from buyers rise enough to keep up with all the new listings? So there's another factor to consider. So what happens if a lot of these homes don't sell in the spring? What that means is we could probably see some of this excess inventory spilled into the summer months. So we could maybe have a busier than usual summer season for real estate this year. Sellers are still looking for buyers, and then buyers still having a lot of options. So what should you do right now? If you're a seller, the most important thing you can do is price your home correctly and make sure you do everything to make it stand out. Staging, marketing, all of the pricing strategies we talk about, super important in the kind of market. You need to make sure that your home looks its best online, has excellent professional photos, and is being positioned in a way that attracts serious buyers. Now, if you're a home buyer, now is the time to take advantage of this market, because with more inventory available, you have the luxury of choice. But don't assume that you can wait forever, because once more buyers enter the market, competition could start picking up again. If you find the right home at the right price, it might be a good idea to move forward before things shift again. At the end of the day, real estate is always about, timing, and the time that is best is when you are ready financially. So understanding what's happening in the market and working with the right expert can make all of the difference. So if you're considering making a move, or you simply want to stay informed about Mississauga's real estate trends, please like and subscribe, and then drop me a comment down below with your thoughts or any questions that you may have. And here I provide regular updates and insights to help you navigate the market in Mississauga and the GTA. Please call or text me for more personalized advice. My number is right down below, and I'd love to have a conversation with you. Thanks again for watching today, and I'll see you on the next one.